Media rounds is still ongoing, interview is still ongoing. So today, Pere had another section, a live interview with Glory Elijah on Twitter. And that interview was a bomb because Pere revealed lots of things about himself, about the situation with Cross, with Alex, with Donye. And of course, you know that you guys are not going to let him go without asking him about the Percy ship because nobody is interested in anything happening around Pere but the Percy ship. That's what people want. That's just what we want to hear. That's just what we want to hear them talk about. Okay. So he made mention of what really transpired between himself and Alice. He kept saying, Alice is portraying herself as an anti-bully, but the real thing is that she is a bully. So how can you be a bully and you're trying to advocate for anti-bullying? It doesn't work. So I believe he saw lots of negative energy coming from Alex. He saw a lots of unruly behavior which he couldn't really put up with, and people kept asking, people kept commenting, you wanted them to leave the house. You wanted to cause a kind of rift before between Alice and Sissy, and you wanted the girls to go too. Yeah, this is lovely aunt. Welcome. Okay, thank you so much for being subscribed. And you wanted the girls to go. In fact, you wanted Ilebaye to get her third strike so that you could. It's a game. This is a game. This is a competition. All the housemates had their strategies. They had the way they played their game. And at some point, one of the callers was like, he wished Pere had used the pity votes kind of. He wished Pere had gotten pity because when a lady is being bullied, everybody's all out trying to fight for that person. But when he's a guy, they turn it the other way around, like the guy that is the bully, or the guy has this character, or the guy is aggressive, or he's toxic, or he's a narcissist, kind of. But Pere cleared all that. This guy mentioned that at the time he was all alone in the house. He was with somebody, but he was alone. He didn't view Cross as his competitor. He just saw Cross as a friend. He saw Cross as a brother. He wasn't looking at Cross as a competitor. But Cross didn't really give him that positive energy. I don't know if it was because Kim came into the house, or even from the beginning, he was always the one watching out for Cross. He was always the one going to meet Cross. But when he had his downs, when he was like looking for someone to like talk to him, looking for someone to tell him, guy, it's okay, bro, don't things will be fine. Cross was not there. Rather, that was when Neo energy came on, and a lot of persons are beginning to applaud Neo and said he's a good guy. That's why he's friends with almost everybody. Yeah, Pere mentioned that because Cross absence really made him see Neo's friendship. And if we could recall from the show that when he had that issue with Tony, it was Neo that came and was like, I think Neo was the first person that walked up to him. And he also mentioned that when Alex was doing everything she was doing, when she was misbehaving, even before he had to, pull her out of the bed together with the mattress, it was Neo that would always come. Of course, Neo was friends with Alex, yet at some point they were just okay, they were cool. Neo was the one that was always, coming to him and saying and telling him about Alex's unruly behavior. So, but Cross wasn't there for him. And there was one night, in fact, the interview was so emotional. I listened to this guy talk when he mentioned he was all alone, when he mentioned, when he cried. I felt like crying, like, I have you as a friend, and I expect that if I'm crying, you should come around me. I expect that if I'm down, you should be there for me. But Cross was never there. And the interviewer recalled that one time he was outside, at night, it was raining, he was seated all alone crying, and nobody was there with him. But we could see Cross with Kim Opera, they were just watching him from. So I kept asking, what kind of a friend is Cross to Pere? And now that they are out of the house with everything flying on the social media, People are advising him against Cross. People are telling him Cross does not have your back. Cross is not a good friend. Cross is this, Cross is that. But he keeps saying he's a cool guy, they are cool. And I think that was when that clip of Liquorose asking them to tell him they are sorry came up. He mentioned it that Liquor is a very good friend of his and Cross. Like the three of them have this circle and they are so strong together. So, and that Liquor had confessed to him that the night he was seated outside crying, she too was crying. That everything he saw happen to him in the house, she was always crying because she followed the show, she watched the show. And she was like, God damn it, can't Cross do something? Cross, your friend is down. Cross, your friend is being bullied. Cross, your friend is being attacked. Why can't you do something? Why can't you walk up to him and say, guy, this is it? Okay, at some point, they were not cool. Why can't you go meet him? And I tell you, in all this, you can see what you have on my screen. In all this guy went through, I think it was when Mercy came. If you can look at the pics I have on my screen, you can see the guy seated down, thinking, and you can see a lady trying to lift him up. I think that was the place of Mercy in that house towards the end of the show. That was when Mercy showed up. That was when Mercy brought this joy. That was when Mercy brought this kind of, it was more like it's a childish thing. They started off as a childish, like play, it's like they don't know what they are doing, but something was actually happening there. Yes, it was looking as if it's just for fun, but the fun was being transformed into something very strong and something that really helps them. It was really a positive, transformative stuff. I have to tell you guys the truth because it really brought out the soft part of Pere. It really put smiles on Pere's face. It really made the world to see who this guy is really. Wow, he's loving. This guy is cool. And I could bet you that this people's ship is going to make lots of persons find love. It's going to make lots of persons reevaluate their love life again. It's going to make lots of persons. Someone sent me something, a comment like, I'm of age, but this thing is making me, it's kind of reigniting the love I have for my husband. And I was like, seriously, it's making people feel, it's bringing smiles on people's faces, it's bringing happiness to people's lives, and it's making people reevaluate their love life again, their relationship. That is how this journey of love is supposed to be. A woman coming in at the time you were down, at the time you needed someone around you, and somebody came and pulled you up. But most times what we see is like you see a guy, when you pull him up, tomorrow he turns. But I don't think that's going to be the case for this Percy ship, because he was asked about the Percy ship and he said something. He said Messi is somebody he likes very, very much, and he doesn't believe it's one-sided, it's mutual. So both of them love themselves, they like each other, but they are taking it one step at a time, getting to know each other, getting to, kind of be so close to each other, getting to explore, and he knows he's headed somewhere. Oh my God, he knows he's headed. I said, oh my God. So the interviewer was like, I'm not a shipper, but this is one ship. I said, anytime the wedding bell goes on, I am going to look for a way to be there. And I tell you, any day it's announced that this Percy is walking down the aisle, I tell you, people are going to flood wherever they are having this, whatever the celebration, or whatever the occasion, uninvited. I'm telling you, they will have to bounce lots of persons because the internet will be filled with lots of comments, congratulatory messages, and people are going to flood there to send them gifts on their own because people are loving them. People are loving them. The guy is happy. Messi has brought the soft part of him, like he mentioned. Messi has brought out the love in him. Messi has brought out the good in him, and I think he will choose Messi over Kim Oprah anytime, any day. So, guys, that was it for the interview he had with Glory Elijah. And so he just mentioned some things. And you guys remember, before I show you guys the clip of what transpired in the house, if you guys can remember when he apologized to Doi, he knelt down. That will show you the kind of person Cross is. Of course, anybody can get angry. anybody can get angry at any point in time. The that you keep overlooking things. Okay, we are all humans, and at some point you see, even with our kids, there's a way your kid can push you so much and you like spank the child. There's a way someone will push you so hard that no matter how calm, no matter how you always walk away from altercations or things, confrontations or things like that, one day you get to react. He said he Doyi kept talking, Doyi kept ranting, and he tried diverting his attention to Neil. And he told Neil he was hungry and he needed to eat. Okay, he was just saying all those things because he didn't want to be hearing what Doyi was saying, and he wanted Doyi to have this impression that, oh, the person I'm talking to is not even listening to me. But that was not the case for Doyi. Doyi kept blabbing, she kept ranting, she kept walking up to him, walking out, walking up to him, walking out, and not until she mentioned that he was fake. I think that was the time he walked up to her. What did you call me? And she still repeated it. Sissy was there. This person was there. We all saw what happened, and that was when he now punched the wall. Okay, that got him a strike. And he said he was raised properly, that he can never raise his hand on a woman, he can never beat any woman, he can never. But at that point he was okay, instead of hitting her, let me just hit the wall, let me do this for this girl to know I am mad, for this girl. Can you just stop? That was exactly what he did, by hitting on the wall. Can you just keep quiet? Can you just stop talking? Things like that. We women, at times when we start ranting, it will be like all hot, all hot. Can you just keep quiet? So that was the reason behind what he did. But people were like tagging it. He's quick tempered. He's this. He's going to beat a woman. He's going to. I believe he's someone that he takes shit a lot. He tolerates a lot, but if he keeps tolerating and you take his calmness, his tolerance for weakness, is going to show you that, guy, I am not weak. So that was just that for that case, and it was nothing. And seeing that he was wrong, during the night party, when he came around, he had to kneel down. Guys, he had to kneel down to apologize to Doyin. We can just be viewing it and see what happened. He had to kneel down to apologize to Doyin for all the things that happened, and that was just it. Maybe he felt that was the way to like approach it. Let me tell her that I'm really, really very sorry for what I did. I'm really, really very sorry for being angry or for making an attempt to hit the wall, though not deliberately to hit her, okay, which he did not do. So that was the reason he had to do that. So when they got out of the house, Liquorose had to call himself and Cross. She reprimanded them. She talked to them. What were you guys doing in the house? You guys should have gotten each other's back. What's this thing about? What's this thing? What's going on? So that was when the issue of Liquorose, I'm sorry. So she was talking to himself and Cross, and she asked them to tell her that they were sorry for their actions. They were sorry for not watching out for each other, looking out or watching out for each other. They were sorry for all the things they did in the house, and that settles it. But I don't think it's still going to remain that way because a lot of persons are talking about it. I don't think, and with this Kim Opera thing, if I don't think a lot of things are involved, I don't think it's really going to be that way. But really, I have to tell you, people are saying Alex, Alex fans are coming out for them, coming out. Tell you the truth, Alex will regret it. Alex wanted Pere. Alex wanted Pere. Of course, we could see since they got out of the house, she and Sissy they were dragging Toby. But Toby today is married with 2 kids already. So Alex wouldn't tell me she didn't want Pere. Like I see some of our fans comment, they said Alex is bigger than Pere. Forget about it. They all need a man in their life. If they had a man in their life, I don't think they would have come back to the show. And I don't think there's any one of them that, okay, since they are big, we should have been hearing wedding bells now. We should have been hearing wedding bells. Yes, but it's not there. So I'm going to tell you guys that Alex will regret not having Perry. In fact, a lot of them, a lot of them, by the time they start seeing this ship is selling and something good is really coming out of it, they are going to be like, oh, they're going to start reevaluating their life and start looking at where they did well and where they did not do well. So that's just the case for it's I think Alice need to work on herself, and also, yeah, if you like someone, just be there and let them know you like them, and stop acting bitter, stop acting all envious, and that's just it. So thank you guys for watching to this point. Thank you. I love you guys so much, and I wish you guys well in all your endeavors. If you're looking for love, happiness, oh my God, may you get it. Whatever you wish for yourself, I just pray that it comes to you. Let your dreams come true. Thank you so much. I really see you guys in the next one. Hooray to me. Oh God, I've already hit 1K subscribers, and it's you guys that made it possible. I love you guys so much. Bye.